Alright, so we should be back. Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. Fucking internet. I hate my internet connection. Okay, so we're back. Hopefully, by the time that I'm done with fucking Lost World and fucking Final Egg, I don't have to deal with this fucking mess anymore. For the day, anyway. Yes, it is back. Yay! Woo! Back. So every so often when I notice that there's a disconnection, I have to manually disconnect and reconnect on the desktop machine itself. Like, that's the only way to fix the fucking issue. And I fucking hate that. I wish we had a more stable internet connectivity, but we don't, and I'm just... Okay, so anyway, we're almost done with Lost World. We only have one more fucking stage to go through. We're gonna pretend that death didn't happen. For sure, Doom is my top franchise. For sure, Doom is my top franchise. I love Sonic the Hedgehog, don't get me wrong, but I grew up more with Doom than I have with Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright guys, say it with me. 3 more emblems, 3 more emblems, 3 more emblems. We're almost done. We're almost done with this project. We're almost done with the disconnectivity BS on this one. Excitement! We're at the end! And boy, what a journey it has been. So if you got any last things to say about this project of mine on YouTube, now would be a good time. Now would be a very good time to tell me what you like about this stream, what you didn't like about this stream. You wanna know what I didn't really like about this project and stream as a whole? The disconnectivity issues. Those were not my favorites. Those were not my favorite at all. God, why? Oh, fuck off! I made that jump. The only anime I've really sat down and rewatched a lot was Dragon Ball Z, but that's because of reruns. Otherwise, I'd have to choose Cowboy Bebop. In terms of anime, anyway. I sunk a lot of time on Doom growing up, honestly. If it, like, classic Doom to be more specific. Like, I sunk a lot of time on Ultimate Doom and Doom 2 growing up. Then I guess the most amount of time I sunk into, especially during my teenage years, was Maple Story. My teenage years and mid-20 years was spent a lot on Maple Story. And I guess it was Gaia Online. I don't really want to talk about my memories with Gaia Online, if I gotta be honest. I was a real prick on Gaia Online. I was quite a monster on Gaia. I know you were talking about. I know you were talking about yourself when it comes to that, but I mean, I remember most of my times being spent on Gaia Online, especially back in I think 2010 until 2015, 2016.
Select a state.
I met my ex on Gaia. Then again, I guess you could say I had plenty of exes on Gaia Online. But I met someone on Gaia Online, and obviously it didn't work out, right? Oh boy, where do I even begin with myself? I think some people would say I had a good personality on Gaia Online. And I don't know if they still would say that to this day. But to those that know, and to those that stuck around, despite me being the type of person I was on Gaia, I basically was a man whore on Gaia Online. I am not proud to admit that, but yeah, that's who I was. obviously I like to say I've straightened up when it comes to that. Yeah, that was me with my ex. I mean, okay, so we were technically together for 5 years, but we were together for 5 years, but engaged for 3 years. Thing about that is that you ever heard of that saying where you'll never know what the person's true color is unless you live with them? Ever heard of that expression? Pretty sure that expression gets tossed around a lot. Well, despite my mother trying to tell me over and over again of how unhappy I was, I didn't want to believe it. Until, that time came. And, I mean, I should have taken it as a hint of me going after other females when I was dating my last person. I remember because I think when I met you on Gaia Online, I think you were still going through that. And then we really didn't get to talk more until, like, I started doing things on Twitch. I mean, I think we dabbled in small conversations here and there. I think originally it was on Skype before Discord. Okay, I have 60 rings. I should be okay. Man, I was a disgusting person on Gaia Online. I really did not like me at that point. I still don't like me at that point. But, people change. Honestly, people do change. Whether it's for best or worse, people do change. I like to think I've changed. I like to think I've changed tremendously a lot as a person. I don't give myself enough credit, but I genuinely think that I've changed a lot as a person. No, I lost all my rings! Okay. This should be more than enough rings. Oh man, I don't know if that's going to be more. I think about it. I'm going to backtrack a little bit just so I'll grab a handful of rings here. Okay, well, there's no way I can backtrack for... So I just gotta hope that, these rings right here should be more than enough to reach the capsule. Nope. Not even close! Okay, so... I used to use Skype a lot. So. Okay, good. Perfect. So maybe I can collect more rings this way. Nope. You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna find ways of getting all the rings before my quota. Scary! Scary! Okay, good. I think I made it. Now, it would be really great if I actually get more rings than I need for this. Okay, good. This should be more than enough, honestly. Perfect. I think, honestly, my issue was
select your character.
That
select a stage.
I think the root of my issue was that, you know, first of all, my first exposure being online was with Yahoo and Yahoo Chat, right? And at that point, you know, I was single. I mean, I had interest with girls that I was going to in middle school and high school, especially. But every interest I had, every girl that I had an interest in would reject me. And then there was, you know, being stood up a couple of times during my high school years. But, you know, whatever. So, I mean, it didn't really bother me that much growing up because it's like, okay, whatever. Maybe I'm just destined to not have a girlfriend, you know, whatever. And then, you know, then I spent more time on Yahoo and, I actually, met someone that I didn't know was a girl, right? Like, I genuinely thought that I was a guy, and I would spend so much time with this person on Yahoo. Like, you know, every single day after school, you know, I would put the time aside to speak with this person a lot. We don't speak with each other anymore, unfortunately. I don't know how this person is doing. I hope she is doing extremely well. But the last time I spoke with her was when I had admitted my feelings to her, and that she was basically toying with my heart. And so because of that, it led to us not really speaking with each other anymore. Which is a damn shame too, because we were getting along just fine as friends. But, you know. Anyway, so I think that was the root of my problems being a fucking man whore on Gaia was because of Yahoo. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't mean But that's neither here or there right now. You know, right now, like I said, I don't give myself enough credit as a person, but I like to think that nowadays I've improved a lot as a person. And that's all that matters in the end, right? Well, I'd imagine you'd had plenty of cyberbullies in your time with Gaia just because of your what's the word I'm looking for? Your transition during that time online? Because you said that was your first exposure of realizing that you were trans was on Gaia Online, correct? at that point, a lot of people did not really care for trans people. Like, I mean, there's still people that just don't, still, to this point, but back then, a lot of people didn't. And then, you know, the years were great when Barack Obama became president because of equal rights and love and all that jazz, and then Trump had to fuck it up. And I don't mean to make this into a political thing, and I'm not gonna fucking indulge further because look, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end of the 130 Emblem run. Look at this, last moment. Hell yeah! Look, no! Get your ass on there, Metal Sonic. Hell yeah! And I got an achievement out of it.
Select your character.
Alright, so that just leaves one more achievement for this game for me, and that's basically to complete every mission on this game. But that's it, guys. That's everything on Sonic Adventure DX. Well, in terms of emblems, anyway. Oh man, it feels good. It felt, and honestly did felt good talking about digging up some dirt in my past like that, because it does help me get things off my chest from time to time, you know? I mean, if it wasn't for that and realizing my mistakes, I wouldn't have a relationship that I have today, whether it be with my current partner or my friends, or hell, even with my siblings and family, you know? I know I was a real shit stain, but I'm honestly glad that everyone in my life has stuck around the way they have been. And, you know, thank you, really. I appreciate it. But anyway, pay up. Okay, but anyway, so that's it. That is the end of the 130 Emblem run on Sonic Adventure DX. I'm so glad that we're done with this. It's been a hell of a fucking ride doing this, and I hope that to those that stuck around throughout the sessions of the 130 Emblem run on Sonic Adventure DX, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing this, even though there were some certain parts of this that made me want to tear my fucking hair out. But you know what? I genuinely had enjoyed myself doing it. And I hope that you guys look forward to more of this in the future streams. For sure, the next game, and I don't have the proper date for this, but for sure the next game that I want to 100% next is Resident Evil 4. The OG Resident Evil 4, mind you. So I'll probably be playing Resident Evil 4 on like the same system that I basically played on this. Or, you know, I could use the Steam version of this, you know. But, you know, I hope you guys look forward to it. I don't know the proper date. I want to see if I can get a more stable connectivity before I do anything else like this with 100%. Like, Yeah, no, this game was one of our staple games. Like, for sure, this game more so than Sonic Adventure 2, because Sonic Adventure 2 was more of Crystal's field, well, my sister's field. I don't think she cares if I use her name on stream. She's basically been on stream on my birthday, so. But anyway, that was more of my sister's thing with Sonic Adventure 2 more so than Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure was more of my thing more so. Oh yeah. Yeah. You were more so into Sonic Adventure 2 before you got into Sonic Adventure. I do remember that. I think that was my first exposure of Sonic Adventure 2 was when you had bought it down with your GameCube. Oh, but when we get around to Sonic Adventure 2, I don't know when we're going to be doing the 180 Emblem run. I for sure want to do Resident Evil 4, the OG of 100%ing that before we get into Sonic Adventure 2. If I can't think of any other game to do after we reach the end of Resident Evil 4 OG, then for sure we'll set something up for Sonic Adventure 2, the 180 Emblem run, for sure. But I think that's it. I think this is a good spot to end things on. Things got a little wholesome. We've just completed the 130 Emblem run. I'm not going to keep you guys any further than I have. It's already been well over 3 hours at this point. Monica, Bitterblood Demon, thank you very much for sticking around here. I greatly appreciate your guys' time. Being spent here. If you enjoy this, please let me know. I could use some honest feedback when it comes to doing things like this, because this is initially the first time I've ever done anything like this, doing 100% on stream. So if you think it did well, I'm pretty satisfied with how it went. And so I'm more than confident to continue doing things like this, so long as you guys want to see it, right? But with that being said, the next game that we'll be getting into for 100% is Resident Evil 4 OG, most likely on the Xbox Series X, because I've been collecting achievements like a fucking whore on that system lately. So most likely that's going to be the version I'll be covering. If I feel like I need to give my Xbox a rest, I'll most likely boot up my laptop to do Resident Evil 4 or my Nintendo Switch. Oddly enough, Resident Evil 4 runs very well on the Switch. But anyway, but yeah, thank you all for tuning on in. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And I really got nothing much more to say. So until we get a good date on Resident Evil 4 OG for 100%, stick around on my Discord. I'll give you an update on there. I'll give you an update on Facebook, on my socials, whatever. Thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed this. I'll go ahead and let you guys go for the day now. You guys are free to do what you want. I'm not going to keep you here. I'm going to end this stream. So, bye. Take it easy. Until then, happy gaming.